Today, I'm going to be comparing the spider belt to the good old dual camera strap. I used to use this camera strap for all of my weddings and shoots before I discovered this one. With the spider belt, I'm actually able to carry more than 2 cameras sometimes, my flash, my phone, and all of my spare batteries as well, all around my waist. It's really easy to adjust it depending how loose you need it. You do get this buckle right here. And then I also applied mine on the other side of my hip, and then I put the third one right here next to it, and then I have this one for my flash as well. And then I also have this small little pouch where I put my phone and my batteries, and it just clips right on, right in the center, like so. It is really, really comfortable. I feel like my cameras are a little bit on the front part of my body versus like the camera straps where I feel like they're kind of behind me. So in this area, I feel really comfortable to just pull them up, and I don't feel like I'm missing any moment. It does have a locking mechanism where you have to like hold this up and get the camera out. That way there's no way of it coming out as you're moving or doing stuff during the wedding. I feel like at this point I'm pretty comfortable, and it's just part of like my natural instinct now to look down and see if it's locked or not. We do get this camera plate right here, and I have one for both of my cameras, and then we get one of these to tie it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on. And you heard that clip. I know already that this is locked in there, and there's no way that I can take it out unless I do the safety clip and take it out. So it's really easy to hear that sound and know that your equipment is like locked in there and safe. I'm also gonna put the A7 IV on this side. And as you can see, I've gotten a lot of questions to how it is like walking in between tight spaces. And I kind of just like hold it onto them like this, and I can like flip them to the side like this as well. So if I feel like I'm walking somewhere where it's more narrow, I can like hold them like this, and I feel like I'm not hitting anything, or I can just have them like this, and that way I know if they're on, look at my settings and all of that. My 2 cameras are on. Now I'm going to include the flash. So I have the V1 from Godox, but I have this little thing right here. It's a clip, and I would recommend putting these on things that are less heavy. That's going to attach to a smaller clip right here. So this one's really easy. You just push in and put it back on. My batteries are already in this little bag, so I'm just going to include my phone. And it's right here. And as you can see, my hands are free. I'm able to move around. I am comfortable. I can lift things, carry other things around me, and I feel like I'm not, I'm not making too much space and my things are not dangling around. Where with the strap, you're gonna see in a second that I feel like things are a little bit more loose in a sense, and especially when like I bend down, I feel like my cameras were too low to the ground where they were like hitting. Here I'm going to show you the differences between the plate for the spider belt versus the one for the camera strap. I feel like this one is much sturdy. It literally tells you the direction that the lens should be at with a little arrow right here. And these, I've had them actually fall out of my camera. So you do have to use like the dual strap where you tie it to the side of the camera. So I'm going to put it on and let's see. So here's the camera strap. I feel like I really like the color of it, especially because it's leather. And then as you put it on, you're supposed to, have the weight balance between your body, but I feel like it's too much pressure and weight right here on your shoulders, especially because you're like holding the camera up to take the picture. So I feel like this, like I'm always using this part. I feel like it falls too low on me, even though it's like on the tighter end. And as you can see, this is like really long for me. We're looking a little silly back there, but I'm gonna go ahead and strap this on as you would do. So strap right there, and then this part, you have to have like a little clip on the top part. So right there you see that my cameras are way lower, especially this one. And I have to like kind of do like this to hold it. And because of that, if I'm leaning down to like do details or to help the bride with anything or to pick anything up, my cameras are like gonna hit the ground for sure if I bend down. So for this reason, I do prefer like having everything here around my hip, and I feel like it's more secure. When I used to wear this camera strap, I also had like a little belt where I would put my phone and my batteries, so that solves that problem. But then I would have like too much on me, like all around, and then I also just had to like hold this if I wasn't using it. So I feel like the belt does fix that issue for me, and I personally really like using it. Let me know in the comments like which one do you prefer. I think I prefer the spider belt, but do you feel like how my cameras are like moving around versus when I had it in the spider belt, they were like static and right there. So if I'm walking or like I'm running, like I'm rushing somewhere, I feel like it's much easier for my cameras to hit something if I'm in a narrower space or a smaller space. But that's just my thoughts. I want to know what you think and which one you prefer. And if you are looking for a spider belt, make sure that you use the code Sheila26. It kind of changes throughout the years, so Sheila whatever year this is, and you're gonna get 20% off.